Hey everybody, well this is my third video and my fourth week. Sorry I didn't record last time, but yeah, so I'm just gonna pretty much update you guys on what's been going on in my life these past 2 weeks, which has been awesome. So last week when I didn't record, we went homeless for a week in Waimanalo, and it wasn't really homeless because I mean we are coming back to a home, so it was pretty much like camping out with the people who live there. And it's different from when we were at Chinatown. Chinatown, it's individual people who are in their own world and their own addiction, and in at Waimanalo, it's a whole family. They're sticking families and they stick together, and it's sad to see 7-year-old kids who don't go to school because their parents don't want them to. It's sad, but so we went, and it was such an adventure, and it was such a blessing to be able to go there. I really didn't want to at first. I was very hesitant, and I was just exhausted pretty much. So me and a couple other people weren't excited to go. So we went and prayed about it before, and then we went and found out that that's where God wanted us because He blessed us in so many different ways. We ran out of propane, and this guy named Ronnie, who used to be homeless, who's now a pastor, blessed us with propane and food for everybody. So it was amazing to just be able to reach out to those people, to those families with food, with just food and communication and talking and sitting down and talking story with them and just getting to know them. And so it was great, and like getting to know the kids, playing games with them, and God had it such, like, it was such an ordained appointment, something that He planned, and you could see it, because if it wasn't with the kids, if it wasn't with the parents, if it wasn't with the families, it was by yourself. It was being on the beach worshiping, it was praying on your knees in the middle of the beach or something like that. It was such a great experience to be able to go and to experience it. And yeah, I just totally redundant. Anyways, it was just amazing to see God's work and to see not only Him bless them, but Him to bless our team as well. So that was amazing. So yeah, after that, this week we went to the ARC, and I'm pretty sure I told you guys about it before. It's Adult Rehabilitation Center. So that place is it's all men. It's an all men facility here in Honolulu. So we went and we were admitted as beneficiaries. So it was 5 girls and 3 boys, which pretty sure you could tell it would be odd for an all men's center. So we went, and it was super exciting. It was so much fun. The first night, actually, I was complaining that they're taking it too easy on the girls, because they were like, well, if you were doing this, you would have gotten in trouble. If you were doing this, you would have gotten in trouble if you were a guy. So I was more offended with that than anything. I was like, just because I'm a girl, it shouldn't mean anything. So I told Rob, our director, and he was laughing at me. And the next day, I guess he must have said something about it, or I don't know what, because we got in trouble. We got pink slip, which means we got written up, and you have, after you get written up, they decide your punishment, and you have to do it. And I got written up twice, which wasn't the most, but it was the second most. I got written up twice. My friend Tabby got written up 4 times, which was crazy. And so we had to each write a 500-word essay, and Tabby had to present it. So it was pretty crazy. We each got our own mentor. We got to do work therapy and go to lunch and go to dinner and go to meetings. And it was just a great experience, and like to get to know all those men, and to see the way they're living for God, see the way they changed their life for God, and just the passion that they have towards it. Because I mean, when you hear about people who have been homeless, who were on alcohol, on drugs, on hard drugs, meth, heroin, all those things, and to completely turn it around and to give it to God, and it's such a blessing, and it's such an amazing testimony to hear. And above, like not above, but one of my favorite things about the ARC is their chapel. Like when I'm at home, at my home church, which is Plymouth, I love to sit next to a guy and hear them worship, because to me, to hear a guy worship is so beautiful, because you could hear their passion, you could hear their emotions, and most guys like to hide their emotions. But when you're in a room filled with 100 guys worshiping God with all their heart, it's the most beautiful thing that will break you down and make you want to worship God the way they are worshiping. So that is such a blessing that I get from them, and it's so amazing just to get to know people, like the close friends that I have now, like my mentor and like a bunch of other friends that I've made, and it's amazing to see them change and to see them progress and to see what they have and what they've learned. So that was such a great thing, and it's cool to see them all work that way and to see them love God and to read His Word, which is another thing. We've been reading our Word a lot, and for the first time ever, I finished books in the Bible. I finished a book, and then it'll be 3 soon. So I'm so happy. Like, without this program, I would not be able to read the Bible, which is something I had a very big problem with. And if you have a problem with it also, I'm telling you, get in a group, talk to somebody who doesn't have that problem, and it'll change. Devote yourself, and man, you can see the progress, and you could see God's love through His Word, and His Word is alive, and you can see it in your everyday experience. No matter what you read, it's alive, and it's so applicable to what you're doing and to what you're going through. So it's amazing. We're going through Matthew right now, so if you're reading Matthew and you have any questions or anything, just write it down, let me know. I'll try to help you out as best as I can, which is all right, I guess, not that good. But so yeah, we've been doing that, and it's such an amazing thing to be able to get in God's Word as a group, and it's such a blessing to be here. Saturday, which was an amazing day, we went to this place. I don't know, it was hiking a mountain, and Rob doesn't even know what it's called, but so we went, and it was fun. I ended up doing it barefoot, which was insane and crazy slippery, and I ended up super muddy. So what the heck, a random cat. See, this happens all the time in Hawaii. If it's not a frog, if it's not a cane spider, it's a cat. Animals are crazy. Anyways, so we went, and I ended up being barefoot, which was slippery and muddy, most muddy I've ever been in my entire life. And we got to, at the end, you reach the top, and it's a waterfall, and it's so beautiful to see God's creation in it. And it's a waterfall, and it was like into a pool, and so you climb up and you jump off, and it was such a great thing and such a fun thing to do with my team. Me and my friend Lindsay were the ones who jumped off together, and I don't know why we decided to do this, but we ate a tadpole in the pool. Yeah, so we're weird, and so we decided to do it. I mean, hey, who could say they hiked a mountain barefoot, jumped off a waterfall, and ate a tadpole in a day? It was pretty beast. It was so much fun to be able to do that. And Sunday we had outreach, and our the captain and major from Spokane, Washington came and visited us, and Kyle and Lisa are one of the most amazing couple I've ever met. They are so on fire and so driven for God, and to me, I'm connecting a lot with Lisa because she's so crazy, and she's so out there, and she's so alive, and she's so funny, and she's so understandable and relatable. So she gave the sermon on Sunday at Upper Room, and then we did outreach, which was fun. Passed out spam musubi, so it was great to be able just to outreach. And through outreach, God has been showing me so much, and one of the things that He's just showing me, and I can't get it out of my head, is seeing the deaf homeless, because like it's so hard for homeless to connect with people because people just overlook them and just are so disgusted with them, which is horrible, by the way, because they're human beings, you know. As a Christian, we're called to love them. We're called not to overlook them. We're called to help them and to love them the way Jesus loved them. So, yeah. But the deaf homeless, it's so much harder because they can't even talk. They can't even hear. They can't hear what you're saying. And so I had the opportunity back home to learn sign language, and I totally just let it blow by. So it's just been in my face, like God showing me, like, you need to learn this and you need to help these people out, because I know some things in sign language. So it was great to be able to communicate with him, and you could tell for him it was such a relief to just like talk to somebody. So that's just been on my heart. And so yeah, if you can learn sign language, do it. Trust me, there are people out there who can't even communicate with people. But yeah, so things are going good here. I'm starting to be less homesick, but I'm still homesick. Love the island and the people and the beaches and my team. We've been getting along so well, and we're just getting to know each other. By the way, if you don't know who my team is, because I don't think I've introduced them, we have 3 boys, and it's John, Charlie, and Travis, and then 5 girls. And it's me, Lindsay, Kathy, Tabby, and Taylor. And yes, we all dorm together. They're in total, by the end of October, will be 8 girls in one apartment. So, but it's crazy. It's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be extremely fun. So yeah. But I've been getting along with them so well, and hopefully soon I'll have them on here so everybody can meet them, because they're amazing people. So yeah, I'll be praying for you guys, and I hope that you guys are praying for me and praying for my team, because we need it. We're still trying to figure out where to go on our missions trip and what to do, and yeah, so we'll be praying for you. But if you guys have any questions, if you need anything, just let me know, and I'll help you guys out as best as I can. Thank you again for watching this, even though it's not that interesting. I'll see you next week, hopefully, if I don't get distracted by a Skype date. Bye.